The diner fell silent. Plates froze mid-air, forks stopped clinking. The sound of tearing fabric sliced through the air like a knife. "Let's see who can save you now," sneered a tall man in a leather jacket, his hand gripping the ripped edge of the waitress's uniform. Her name was Lila, and this was her worst nightmare come true. Humiliation, fear, and pain all mixed into one trembling heartbeat. But before she could even breathe, chairs scraped violently behind her. The deep growl of motorcycles outside roared like thunder. In walked three men, the Steel Titans MC, known across the county as the toughest motorcycle club in the region. Their leader, Rex Dalton, towered in the doorway, eyes cold as steel, his knuckles already tightening. He didn't need to ask what happened. He saw everything, and the entire diner knew. Someone had just made the biggest mistake of his life. Shuptaoni, the waitress who kept her head down, the day had started like any other for Lila Matthews, a 23-year-old waitress working double shifts at Marty's roadside diner. Her world was small but filled with quiet dreams. She worked every day, saving for nursing school, living in a tiny apartment above an old mechanic shop. She smiled at every customer, never complained when tips were short, and never talked back when people were rude. That morning, though, something in the air felt heavy. The local biker crowd had come through earlier, loud but respectful, especially the ones from Steel Titans MC. They always tipped big and treated her kindly. But now the diner door jingled again, and this time it wasn't them. Three men walked in, rough, drunk, and cruel. They weren't part of any club, just trouble in human form. One of them, Travis Horn, a known town bully, sneered at Lila the moment he saw her. "Well, look what we got here, pretty little thing all alone," he said, tossing his beer bottle cap onto the floor. Lila tried to keep her voice steady. "Welcome to Marty's. What can I get for you today?" Travis leaned back, smirking. "You can start by giving me that smile again, or maybe a little more." The laughter from his friends echoed through the small diner, making her skin crawl. She ignored them, took their order, and walked to the counter. Her hands shook so hard she spilled coffee, but she told herself, just get through the day. When she returned to their table, Travis grabbed her wrist. "You think you're too good for a guy like me? Please let me go," she whispered, trying to stay calm. He stood up, blocking her way, his friends watching like it was entertainment. Then, before anyone could stop him, he pulled at her shirt, tearing it open halfway down. The diner gasped. Lila froze, eyes wide with disbelief and shame. Her heart felt like it shattered into 1,000 pieces. Then came the sound, the rumble of engines outside. The Steel Titans MC had returned. Rex Dalton, their leader, stepped in, followed by Brody and Mason. Two men built like tanks. Their leather vests bore the Silver Skull logo that made even the toughest men think twice. Rex's voice was calm but deadly. "You got 5 seconds to move your hand away, son." Travis turned around, smirking again. "Or what? You gonna play hero for some diner girl?" Rex didn't blink. 3 seconds. Brody cracked his knuckles. Mason locked the door behind them. Travis tried to laugh it off, but his grin faded when Rex took a step forward, his eyes colder than winter steel. One. The punch landed before Travis could speak. He hit the floor, blood pouring from his nose. His friends jumped up, but Brody was faster. He grabbed one by the collar, slammed him against the wall, while Mason twisted the other's arm behind his back until he screamed. The diner staff watched in stunned silence. Rex threw his jacket over Lila's shoulders gently, covering her. "You're safe now," he said softly. Her eyes welled with tears, not of fear, but of disbelief. Nobody had ever stood up for her before. When the police arrived, Rex told them everything, staying by Lila's side the whole time. The bullies were taken away, but the damage inside her heart lingered. That night, as the diner lights dimmed and the Titans' motorcycles faded into the distance, Lila whispered to herself, maybe I'm not invisible anymore." Cheech TRTWO. The girl who fought back. A few days later, Lila returned to work, nervous but determined. She had expected Whisper's judgment, but instead, she found something different. Every biker from the Steel Titans MC came that morning for breakfast. They filled the diner, laughing loud, their presence like armor around her. When Rex saw her, he smiled. "There she is, the bravest girl in this town." She blushed, shaking her head. "I wasn't brave. I just froze." Rex leaned in slightly. "Bravery doesn't mean you didn't feel fear. It means you survived it." His words stuck in her heart like a spark waiting to ignite. Over the next weeks, Lila began to heal. The Titans made sure no one messed with her again. She even started helping at their charity rides, raising money for abused women and local shelters. For the first time, she laughed without looking over her shoulder. But fate wasn't done testing her. One night, as she was closing the diner, a familiar voice hissed from behind the counter. "Miss me?" It was Travis, out on bail. His eyes burned with hate. "You think your biker friends can protect